Hi, Jackie Van Riller here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about sleep apnea. If you are suffering with sleep apnea, this is something that you need to take care of because sleep apnea will completely zap your energy. It will zap your focus, your motivation, all of these things in your life, and there is really no reason why you need to be dealing with it. So sleep apnea is a condition of poor circulation. Over time, you're probably going to develop anemia or not having enough red blood cells. Low energy, you're going to end up breathing through your mouth instead of through your nose, which further inhibits circulation within your body. And there's several factors and things that can contribute to it. One can be excess intake of carbohydrates. When you think about the word carbohydrates, it's a carb, and hydrate means that it holds on to water. So carbohydrate will actually hold on to 3 times its weight in water. And this extra weight in water is not hydrating to your body, unfortunately. It's more inflaming. So it's actually holding on to inflammation. Another dietary factor is seed oils. Seed oils are things like canola oil, vegetable oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, Crisco, all these things that are highly processed and highly heated. It's in this highly heated state that causes it to be rancid. And these oils actually form this like film-like or plastic-like substance around your cells, so it's harder for your cells to make energy. Over time, if your cells aren't making energy, they become depleted, and it can lead to things like sleep apnea. So I'm going to show you some points on your face that are going to help with these, but I would severely decrease that intake of sugar, severely decrease that intake of any seed oils as well. And seed oils are in just about every processed food, so you may have to start eating foods that are not processed. First point we're going to do is the kidney points. Fingers on the corners of your mouth, all the way up to your hairline, come down just a little bit. You might feel this area where your fingers kind of sink in. Those are your kidney spots. Your kidney spots are super, super important for sleep apnea because A, they regulate the nervous system, your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. So they help to regulate your energy. Are you using too much or are you conserving too much energy? But the big thing that the kidneys do in this one is that they release a substance called erythropoietin, or EPO for short. And what this does is that when your body senses a low amount of oxygen, it increases its red blood cell count. So EPO is triggering your body to make more red blood cells. So for instance, if you go to a higher elevation, your body senses that there's less oxygen in the air. All of a sudden, your body begins to make more red blood cells, and you're able to circulate oxygen better. Super important for those kidneys. Next point we're going to do is this area on the bridge of the nose coming down to just underneath of the eyes. This is an area for opening up the sinuses. If you're experiencing sleep apnea, you probably wake up very stuffy in the morning because you have extra inflammation within your sinuses. So we want to work this point, and this is actually an area that I like to put a Salonpas patch on. These have menthol and camphor. They also do contain a little bit of salicylic acid, which is aspirin, so you want to make sure you're not allergic to it. But they look like this, Salonpas Pain Relieving Patches, and they come in little patches like this. I'm going to take a scissors and cut it up into smaller squares. And you're just going to take this green backing off the back and put it on this point. So this is going to help to keep those sinuses open throughout the night. So I would do this right before bed. Now you can do this routine anytime during the day, but doing it right before bed is going to be the most helpful, but you can do it a couple times in addition to that throughout the day. Then the next point that we're going to work is point 61. And this is one that is right on the front of this nasal bone right here. And this helps to open up your nasal passageways. So we've opened up the sinus passageways here. I'm going to move this one down a little bit. These might be a little irritating to your eyes. If so, I would do them last and right before you go to bed, and then you can just close your eyes and they won't bother you. But even as I'm just going up and down this nasal bone right here, I felt my nasal passageways release, and I was able to breathe better just through doing that. I'm going to put another sticker there. You can put stickers on all the points, but these are the main ones that I want you to put it on just to keep your nasal passageways open and your ability to breathe through your nose will improve greatly. Over time, as your body starts improving health-wise, you won't need to do this all the time because you won't be eating all the stuff that causes it. Okay, next we're going to get this point right here at the tip of the nose. This is another kidney point. So this is one that's specifically for the blood. So this will be a great one for improving that epigen or that erythropoietin content, so increasing the red blood cell count of your blood. Then we're going to go to where the tops of the ears meet the face. And this is a paired point with this one here. So we are going to put stickers on those. And that just also helps to keep the nose nasal passageways open. Also a really good one for relaxing the shoulders. And if you tend to have really tight shoulders, that can cause more inflammation in your neck, in your face, in your nose, in your sinuses. And so having relaxed shoulders is really important for allowing lymph to drain and decreasing inflammation. Okay, right in here. Incidentally, I had a woman who came to one of my retreats, and she had told me beforehand that she was going through a lot of health stuff. She always felt tired. She had Lyme disease and allergies and all kinds of stuff, but she slept with a CPAP machine to sleep because she was having around like 80 episodes of sleep apnea a night. Well, during the course of the week, her episodes of apnea actually decreased. So she had a CPAP that was measuring it, and it decreased to less than 4 a night, which was pretty incredible by the end of the week. But even after just that first session, she noticed a huge improvement. Okay, next areas we're going to work are right in here. These are areas for decreasing inflammation. So we have point 17 for the adrenal glands. And then we have this point right within the smile lines that helps your body to continue moving fluid. And then we're going to do that on the other side as well. You can put stickers on these if you want to, but the main points are going to be those points around the nose. Just work in this area. Notice if you feel any lumpiness, bumpiness, tenderness. Coming underneath of the mouth right in here, this is a diuretic point. So helping to get rid of excess fluid, excess inflammation. Doing the other side. Working right in there. And this one's pretty bumpy on me. So interesting there. And then coming into the chin and working right in the center of the chin. You can actually work the whole chin if you want to. This is the bladder. So again, helping to get rid of excess fluid. Okay, and this last point before we work around the ears is the most important point with sleep apnea. It's right here underneath of the eyes. This point helps to improve circulation. If you have poor circulation, your body's not going to get that trigger to breathe. Your body's just saying, oh, okay, whatever, we're just resting. So we want our circulation to be really, really good. And this is actually the area of your face that sleep apnea is going to show up on. If you're experiencing sleep apnea, you might notice that this area feels hard or puffy, or that you have like a little line right in this area. So work this really good. This is also really great for decreasing anxiety. And also improving feelings of love and connection. So you might feel that you want to actually socialize more. Good point for social anxiety, but really, really, really good for sleep apnea. So make sure that you work this area really well. You do not need to put a sticker here, but just work it really, really well. And then as always, we're going to finish up by working around our ears. You can see that this is kind of irritating my eyes a little bit, but that's okay. So coming down the front side of the ear, that helps to move lymph. I'm actually noticing that I'm breathing better. I was feeling a little stuffy this morning. I think my allergies are acting up, so this is really helping me out. Even though I don't have sleep apnea now, I actually did have it about a year ago. I noticed that I was just super exhausted all the time, heard myself snoring, and I'm like, what is going on? But what had happened is I had moved somewhere new. I was eating out at restaurants a lot. So I was eating French fries and fried foods and things like that a whole lot more than I used to. And that had contributed to poor energy and sleep apnea as well. So as always, let me know how this feels. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my new videos. And let me know if this helps you with your sleep apnea. This is something you can do up to 4 times a day, and I would recommend it daily. One other tip I have for you is to try mouth taping. So this is just a roll of regular medical tape, and you can just take a small piece of this, and at night when you go to bed, you can place it here on your mouth, and that keeps your mouth closed, so it forces you to breathe through your nose. When you breathe through your nose, that triggers nitric oxide, which dilates your blood vessels, which is going to improve circulation, going to include blood flow and oxygenation to all of your cells. So you're not going to get that carbon dioxide, that high carbon dioxide that's going to stop you from breathing. So right here, and you don't have to do it tight. You can see that I can still talk through my mouth, but it's going to trigger me to breathe through my nose. It's really not uncomfortable at all. It may take a night or two to get used to it, but you will sleep better and you will have much improved sleep with doing that as well. Alrighty, I will see you in the next video.